Hello everyone, my name is Take and welcome to BHC Studios. Today we will be taking a look, my first look, at the Billingham Mini Eventer. Now I guess I should put it next to my head here to get a good idea of the size of this bag. So there is the regular, there's a new Mark II Eventer, the regular Eventer with the larger size, the normal size, and this is the mini version. And size-wise, it's I have another bag here that's very similar in size. This is the Wotancraft Scout. And so, although I'll be sort of referring back and forth between these two bags in terms of sizing and functionality and how I would use it, they're very different bags as you can tell. The styling is different. This Wotancraft is more vintage military vibe. And this is very British and very elegant and very much like a Billingham bag. And so even though they have similarities in terms of straight up functionality, in terms of the type of photographer you are and the type of style you want in terms of a kind of a between 7 and 9 liter carry. So this is probably about as small as I would like to go this, or more like a boxy cube like camera bag like the Wotancraft Pilot. That also like 7 liters about what I like in those. But in terms of this kind of a style, which is kind of, it's thinner, and it, you know, you could maybe use it as a business bag if you kind of take out all the guts and put your papers or whatever inside. But I'll be referring to these. We will be going over to Studio B to take a look. But for now, this is just a close-up look at the Mini Eventer. And this is a beautiful bag. This is in the khaki fiber night. Now there's, I think, 7 different option color as well as material option, either the fiber night, which is a synthetic material, or the canvas, but both types are 3 layers. So there's an inner liner layer, the outer layer right here, and there's an inner butyl rubber which keeps all of these bags fully waterproof. Now, if you are used to the Hadley line of bags, you know, if you're looking and you're not that acquainted with Billingham bags, the biggest difference is, because you know, there's a huge price difference. This is $488 for the Mini Eventer, and I think the new Mark II is like $737, so quite a big price difference between the Hadleys. But the big difference you can see is the leather bottom. Look how much leather this bag has here. Some people complain that they wish they had the little brass feet that some of the other Billingham bags have, but this isn't as wide, and those bags are much larger bags and they're meant to be worked off of the floor. This one here obviously works off of your shoulder and off of a table or a coffee shop or on your lap like this when you're working. So I don't think you need brass feet on this. I think it would look really sexy with brass feet, but not necessary. And as well, like how mini is mini? Well, we're gonna find out. I do actually have my Scout fully packed out with my Instax square kit. So I have 3 Instax cameras in here and accessories. So in Studio B, we're gonna basically, well, maybe we'll even do it here. We'll see what happens. But let's just open this up. You know, like a lot of the Billingham bags, it has this quick release system. So you basically pull, well, it's not easy to do it like this, but you basically pull up on this like that. See that? And then you can release the tab like this. You can release it like that. Same thing, you pull up on this, like this, and then you release. And now you have access to the inside here. And you have one main zip. It's a waterproof zip. I have not yet used this. I have opened this, as you can see, but I can show you what it comes with. It comes with 4 dividers for organization, 2 big ones, 2 small ones. As well, you do get a dust cloth here, made in England, so that when you do store it, you can just keep dust off of it. And here is, you actually get the, I think it's called the SP50. You get the big strap, which is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure like most of the Hadleys do not come with this. You have to pay $50 for these big shoulder straps, but you get the SP50. It's just the same one that's on the 307 that I have, but it's on the Mini. So this is a premium product because you're paying that premium price, but you're getting this included. And then here is the sales tag here. So we'll take it off here. And one of the key features of the Billingham bags, of course, is that they are made in England. So you are paying a premium for it being made in England, but the build quality on this is definitely worth it if you have the budget to do so. And so here we go. Let's just quickly put this on my shoulder so you can see. Now, you can see on the ends here, there's no quick release. It's stitched in. I kind of go back and forth on if I like stitched in or not. You do get a more stable bag. If this is on a ring, it does tend to move around a little bit, and sometimes it even makes a little bit of a squeaking noise. Having it stitched in keeps it more firm and stable, but you can never take the shoulder strap off. And if you do wear this out or something happens to it, you do have to send it back to Billingham, or if you have a good bag repair or shoe repair person, they're gonna have to unstitch this and stitch on a new one. So this is what it looks like here on my shoulder, right here like that. I'm 5'5", so this is a kind of a decent size. And again, I'll just show you here. This is a Scout here. Let's just open this up, take the strap off. So this is the Scout on this side here. I think Wotancraft says it's a 9-liter, and then right here is, well, all right, I just shortened it so you can get a better idea. So here is the Scout right here, and here is the Mini Eventer. So they're both approximately the same size. I personally feel that this is more versatile in that you could probably use this as the briefcase. You can take the insert out here. So there is like little button tabs here. You just have to release it, and this inside here comes off like this. So it comes out, and now it still holds the shape, which is something that the Hadley doesn't do if you take the insert out. Still holds the shape, so you can use this kind of like a business bag. The only thing is you do have these the brass little tabs that are still sticking out, so you might scratch what you're putting in here. So one of the big questions about this bag is, can it hold a 13-inch MacBook Pro or Air? And if you look at this insert here, there is a little tab, a little section in the back. And so here's my 11-inch iPad Pro. Easily fits inside here, and with a little bit of room to spare. Now, if you look at my MacBook Air M1, it looks like it might fit, but it just perfectly does not fit. And I think the reason for it is, if you look at this insert, it almost looks like it slightly curves in like this, and that kind of works with the look of the bag. You see how the bag, even the bottom here, see how curvaceous this is? If this was squared out a little bit more, I think that the MacBook Air would fit inside the insert. Because if you look at it from the outside, it looks like, well, why can't it fit? Because the padding is so padded. And I think that's also a good thing, because you want protection. So the bag, the main compartment on the website, it says it's 5 liters with this padded insert, but then the inside becomes 9 liters if you remove it. So it shows you how well padded the bag is, which is a good thing if you want to protect your expensive gear. But as you can see here, if you take the insert out, now what happens to my 11-inch? Easily fits inside here and you could see the corners. So you just gotta kind of tuck in the corners, and there you go. So 13-inch MacBook Air and most likely 13-inch MacBook Pro will fit inside here, but you have to remove the insert, and then remember those little metal snap buttons on the inside. So if you don't want to scratch a MacBook Air or Pro, you probably have to put it inside the case. So it will fit, not with this put inside. Alright, so now let's go over to Studio B, and then we will put everything that's inside this Scout into here and see what happens. Alright, so let's go. Alright, now we are here in Studio B to take a closer look at the Mini Eventer. Oh, just before we begin, this is the Momentum C-Quartz 30 on my left wrist, and then here I have the G-Shock G9000 Mudman on my right wrist. So here we go. As I mentioned here, this has the larger shoulder pad, and this is a thick boy. Check this out. Really comfortable. I have it on the 307, and it really distributes the weight well when you're carrying it. This is a much smaller bag, and I'm not going to carry as much weight, so I can only imagine how comfortable this would feel either on my shoulder or crossbody. And it is removable. All brass hardware on these Billingham bags, including the little clog balls, I think they call them right here, for the quick release system. This buckle here, this is removable, adjustable, and you can upgrade these, which are nice. So if this wears out, you can just pop on another one here. As I mentioned, this is stitched on here, so really strong and really stable. But if you do go with the, I think the Hadley Pro Small, it has a little leather loop on a little D-ring over here. So if you want to be able to take the strap off, I don't see a bag this small needing to take the strap off unless you want to use this more like a handheld briefcase. But yeah, I'm fine with it. And again, a close-up of this leather bottom, which will age nicely. And you could tell as you kind of press down on the leather, you could see the grain there. So it is a full grain leather. If you look at like fashion bags that are more like a patent leather or like really heavy coats of paint, this one here you can actually see the little wrinkles there. That's normal. This is a full grain leather. You're supposed to be able to see the grain on this bag. And as I mentioned, this is the Fibernite material and not the canvas khaki, but both of them do have the 3-layer system. So this is 100% waterproof, and you do have that leather underneath the handle here, which was missing from the older version, and then most of the newer versions are now changing over to this, so more comfortable to hold. Really strong like brass rivets on here, and then as you here, this is a better way of showing you how this works. So you pull it up. So this is a quick release like this, and it will kind of get easier as you use the bag more. This is that lining material, all leather piping along the inside, and you can feel that handle in here. Right from here, and it's a nice rigid, either it's like a fiberglass, maybe it's metal in here, but it's nice and rigid, so as you're grabbing this, you know it's going to hold nicely. And it has the luggage pass-through and a waterproof rear zip here, so you can put I would probably put my wallet back here, but if I was traveling, I'll put my passport, cash, that kind of thing along the back here because it's up closest to your body. Another piece of leather strip here. And it's just a lot of nice leather accents. You got your big dump pockets, they call it, over here, so you could put quite a bit. We'll see how much stuff you can put in here. It is folded over on the inside, so it doesn't expand on the edge here, but it does fold open this way here. So I think this said 0.75 liters. Is that per side, I guess? And it goes past the leather here. So my hands, you can see my hands are way down here. So they are pretty deep as well. So you could put quite a bit of stuff in the front pockets here. But and the snap enclosure here like this. Actually, even before I show you, you can even see the little snap button for the inside on the inside here. See that here? So if we look on the inside of this bag, waterproof zip. So when you have this closed, even if water happens to go this way, it will also stay out of the bag. And as we open this up here, the insert, I already put the 2 of the tall ones in here. But again, you can see how it's snap enclosures here on the front and the back here, so that you can take this in and out if you wish, like this. So this is a big cavernous material, all nice stitched piping all along the inside, not leather because that's not on the inside, but this is the insert here. You pop it in here, and you have these 2 little tabs on the side. It looks like it's meant for maybe for protection as you're zipping your items up. So you see how this tab is here? So as you're zipping and you happen to have camera gear right here, it won't get caught up in the zipper, and that's for both sides here. It's this little tab here. Is for protection, and it does have that tuck top feature. Now, I notice a lot of YouTubers don't really show you how it works, but the way this works is the Hadley bags, they don't have a closed zipper enclosure, right? It's just wide open, and so if you're always going in and out, you're always going past your zipper, and there's a chance that you might be scratching your fancy pants, Leica gear or whatever vintage camera. And so what you can do is, they call it the tuck top. So there is a little spot here behind, like this. See that? And there's a little spot in behind. That's where you put the snap enclosure here. So let's just snap enclosure. So if you don't snap it, you can put papers or whatever on the back side. So you snap it shut like this. You don't need to snap it shut to do tuck top. But if you notice, there's still that space between the insert and the bag itself. What you do is you just tuck the front and the back like this. So now you can even see the little iPad spot right here. And so if you do that, you close the bag up, you are getting, see how you can see how it's left open like this? And so if it's raining or if you're worried about security, obviously you would zip it up. But if you are on a job, you have this over your shoulder, you want quick access to your gear, you can tuck this, the zipper lip over and under like this, so you have easy access. So it's kind of a very simple solution to moving the zippers out of your way if you need to use it. And then again back here, this is that weatherproof zip, and this is where you have the actual label here that tells you your Billingham bag, made in England. I guess that's the serial number for this Mini Eventer. And then if you notice, there's no Billingham logo in the front here. You notice that? Oftentimes they'll have that little Billingham logo there. Well, this one doesn't have it. It keeps it a little bit more elegant and sleek, and it kind of shows. I mean, that's the only thing that shows that this is a Billingham bag in terms of labeling it. But I think just by looking at it, we already know that this is a Billingham bag. So let's just move this off to the side here. We're gonna grab the Scout. You could see it's very similar in size. The Scout is bigger and the padding is stitched in, but it's less padded, so it's quite a bit bigger on the inside. You can easily slip in a 13-inch MacBook in the back. There's 2 zippers, so you can see leather fronts, right? Leather front, but very different system of how they do it. This is basically, it's a 2-position opener here, where this one here, you actually have the buckle, you can expand it, you can contract it. You have big pockets in the front, but Wotancraft has this cool thing where you actually can loop your finger in behind, which is kind of neat, right? That includes this one here. See how you can loop your finger in behind here and push it shut? So this is how this works. And Wotancraft, it's the double zipper system. So for the back here, it's for your laptop. All right, so here I have the 11-inch iPad. But for the front, see, this is the thing. The front here, if you do the tuck top system, you have easy access. The Wotancraft is not as easy access here, but it does have this kind of a hinge system where it kind of accordions opens like this. So this is how it opens up like this. All right, so let's just move the Billingham out of the way, and I'll just show you what's inside this Scout here. So I do have, as I mentioned, this is my Instax Square kit. So here, the first camera is the Instax, the Mint, the Square, the Instant Flex TL70, I guess it would be called. Beautiful camera on a coupe strap. And then in the middle, I have the Instant Flex Mint Square right here, but rangefinder style. This is also a very cool camera. And then finally, I have the Fujifilm Instax Square, the SQ6, which is my favorite Instax camera, and it's my favorite Instax Square camera because it's like an analog camera, but it actually has quite a few cool little features in the back here that the newer ones don't have. And then here is the lens kit here with neutral density filters. And then in the front dump pocket here, I have, what do I have here? Yeah, I have another lens kit, but for the TLR here. And then on the other side, what do I have? Okay, on the other side, I just have a whole bunch of pictures and a spare package of film. So now this bag is almost empty. Let's just see here. Oh yeah, as I mentioned, in the back here, I have the iPad. So you can see here the bag is now empty. As I mentioned, the padding is stitched in, but this is definitely bigger inside. In terms of size, with the Billingham, you're probably looking at the Hadley Pro 2020, or maybe even going a little bit bigger, Hadley 1 would be closer in terms of interior volume. But this does have a dedicated back here that can hold a 13-inch. And so if that's really important to you, then again, you can move up in the Billingham or give this a try. But again, this has a real different, like, I don't see, if you're a banker or you work in an office where a suit is required, there is a black version of this, so maybe you can get away with that one. But this one here definitely has a vintage military vibe. You probably can't use this in an office environment. With the Billingham bag here, You can definitely, and there's 7 colorway options, including black on black with this one here. But even with this khaki brown, this khaki beige, you can probably even use this for wedding photography. This one you probably can, but if you're in a black suit, like sometimes there's a black tie event, you can't use something like this. And like the Billingham, there is a luggage pass-through in the back here. I do have a separate video on this bag. I think at least 2 videos. So if you want to check it out, you can. Cordura material. So this is water resistant, but not fully immersible waterproof. So if you want full waterproof, all the Billingham bags, because of that butyl rubber layer in the 3-layer system, is fully waterproof. This is pretty darn good, but in a downpour, eventually this Cordura will give away. But this is a really nice material. And in the back here, I do have one of Wotancraft's reusable shopping bags. Really nice. I recommend this to anyone, especially the smaller size, because it fits inside other bags. Leather accent, nice handles here, and even in the bottom of the bag, it's squared up like this. So the reason is because they actually give you a nice little piece of leather on the bottom. So highly recommend. The bags aren't even that expensive. I think they're like $40 or $50 for these bags. And so more and more places are charging for bags, or they're not even giving you bags. So that's what's in here. So this is what was inside the Scout. So here we go. So this is the Billingham, and we're gonna start putting all of this, or at least attempting to put all of this in here. And I'm pretty sure it will fit. And so again, as I mentioned, I got 3 main compartments here. And so the biggest camera is gonna be this one here. And so there you go, fits inside. In fact, I might even go this way like that. It's a little bit wider with the lens on the lens side. So there you go, that fits inside here. And then what I did was in the middle section, I put the rangefinder square, nice and slim here. So there, it's a bit of a tight squeeze, but it fits like that. And then on this other side here, I basically put, what did I have? Oh yeah, I put the Instax square and the lens kit, and let's just see here. There you go. So it all fits inside the main compartment. And then we grab the iPad right here that fits in the back like that. All right, now we gotta grab the tuck top and move that like this. And grab this like this. Zip this up. And also Billingham, thank you so much for having these brass zips, but with the little loop so you can put the pull tabs on here. I really like pull tabs on the bags. I think all of your bags should eventually move towards this kind of system here. And then here we have the front dump pockets. Here's some of the photos that I took. Here's an extra pack of film. Dump that in here. Lots of space still. Close that up. And then here is the lens kit on the other front dump. Actually, you know what? It's gonna be pretty tight on this side, so I may even have to switch over. There we go. So this will fit easily on this side. This one here just fits like that. And look, it doesn't actually close. It's pretty darn tight on this side here. And maybe that has to do with the fact that I put this gear this way. So what if I try, let's just see. I'm trying to make this all fit here, because I'm trying to make a point. Here we go. So I think I bought a little space, so I'll put the camera, everything this way here. So let's just now close this all up. Oh, since I have it up this way here, so again, if this bag is completely full, as I mentioned, the tuck top, you can now really see how you can take advantage of it by just tucking this back behind the iPad. Actually, even behind the back of the iPad here like this. Here we go. So now you leave this and you close the bag up like this, so whenever you need access to everything, it's there. The zippers don't get in the way. But then if you want everything secure, then you just untuck the tuck top here. Make sure the corners are like that. You zip this up. But this is a really tight squeeze. There we go. Like that. And now there's a little bit more room in the front. Still could barely, let's see here. There we go. It could just close in the front, and I'm probably gonna have to expand this top here because I don't think this will close. You may need to use the full. It's like having a big turkey dinner
Now you gotta make space. And so let's do it. Alrighty. Oh, and also this shopping bag here. That should actually kind of fit in the back section, in the back zip. Should just kind of fit this. Will it fit? It's getting really tight. But there you go. I forced it to fit here like that. Alright. Alright. And now let's see if I can get the top closed. You know what? The top won't close. So I think the issue is basically the front dump pockets. There's so much stuff on the inside. So let's just pull the stuff out of the front dump pockets, close her up. I mean, I really maximized this bag here. And now here we go. Here we go. So this is basically the amount of items that it couldn't fit inside this bag here that would fit inside the Scout, but still did a pretty darn good job. So in terms of volume, I think, like I said, it says 5 liters in the main compartment if you use the insert. And so if you're not carrying camera gear, you could pull that out, use this more as an office bag. Maybe I'll just do that right now. But if you're gonna put camera gear, it's still quite a bit, right? I have 3 Instax cameras. None of them are small. So if you wanna carry 2 Leica M bodies and some lenses, easily fit inside. Because I mean this, let's just use the tuck top feature here. Tuck top, and right here, I mean this alone, look how chunky this camera here is. That takes up quite a bit of space. And this rangefinder camera here takes up a lot of space. And then right here, another Instax square camera takes up some space. Lens filter kit right here. 11-inch iPad Pro. Alright, so let's pull this out by taking the buttons out. And now let's try to set this up as an office bag. Alright, let's just clean this up a little bit. Alright, so here we go. This is my 13-inch MacBook Air. Similar size to the 13-inch MacBook Pro. 14-inch, sorry guys, I don't have one to show you to see if it'll fit. But again, remember you got those rivets there, so if you're concerned about scratching up your MacBook, then either you get a shell case or you put this into a slip case. But again, it easily fits, but you gotta kind of tuck those corners in. And I think that, again, as I mentioned before, it's because of this roundness. It would be kind of cool if they squared this up a little bit. If they squared it up, I think it would easily fit 13-inch MacBook Air or Pro. And as I mentioned here, you can see here even, it has to kind of round out a little bit here. And it almost feels like it's curving inwards a little bit. So that's why the 13-inch, you can see how that kind of tapers in. That's why the 13-inch MacBook Air wouldn't fit inside with this. And it'd be cool if some manufacturer creates an insert, or if Billingham does, creates a office insert for this. It'd be nice to have at least one divider in here. So here I have some office stuff that I want to put inside. So we have your laptop, you have your iPad in here, and here's a traveler's notebook, the larger size, and that fits in vertically. And then we can drop in just a little notepad here with a pen holder that fits inside easily in here. And then here's my 35 Ti. I gotta show you because it's such a beautiful camera. Check this out. And I actually do have the Phoenix film in here, but look at this. I mean, it looks like a watch dial. Look at that. This actually was designed and built by Epson Seiko, so it makes sense that it looks like a watch dial. So that will fit in here. So it's not like you can't carry a camera in here. In fact, it might even fit inside the front dump. There we go. So it'll fit inside the front dump pocket. So if you want to just carry a point and shoot camera, put that in the front here like this. And in fact, maybe even this notepad, if you want easy access, maybe you want the notepad in the front here as well. So that's closed up here. So far we have laptop, iPad, you have a journal here. There's still space in here, so I could probably put a water bottle in here like this, and there's still space. Let me just see if I can grab something else. I'll be right back. I mean, not recommended to just shove this in here like this, but if you wanted to, you could just put, this is the Leica Q3, but I can see like an M10 with a thinner lens. You can easily fit it inside here. So it fits in here. This is what it looks like from the inside, top down like this. So quite a bit of room. Again, be careful of these little snap buttons here. Maybe someone can create something where you can just put a fake button on there so it keeps them from scratching anything. And then here you can close this up. close this up here, and there you go. So now this is an office bag. Fits everything, not as protective obviously because the padding is removed, but we got a lot of stuff in here, including that shopping bag, that Wotancraft shopping bag in the back here, or you could put your wallet or your passport, and you could use it like this. It's just a big kind of a dump bag. So let's, I'm gonna leave everything like this, and let's go over to Studio A to finish up this video.
Alright guys, I am back from Studio B. This is the same bag here, filled up basically as an office bag. Here is the insert that I took out. Again, be careful of the snap buttons inside if you remove it, because it can scratch if you have anything sensitive in here. But here we go, let's open this up. Quick release, you can see how that works. And we have the front dump pockets. We have my 35 Ti. We have my little Lockbee notepad with pen holders. And then we zip this open here with these pull tabs. Thank you so much. And we have the water bottle. We have the Leica Q3. So obviously you can still carry cameras in here. And then here is my traveler's notebook. And then I have my iPad 11-inch and my 13-inch MacBook Air. So when you remove the liner, you can see it makes a huge difference of how much stuff you can put. And also, sorry, in the back here I have the Wotancraft reusable Cordura shopping bag here. So you can see the size of this bag here. I always talk about this because I use this all the time. When I was in Italy, when I went from my hotel room to the conference room to teach the students, I basically would put my MacBook, my iPad, and you fit a water bottle in here and maybe like a little dop kit and stuff like that. So this is actually really handy when you're out and about and you are, let's say you're taking pictures and you do some shopping, you can just basically pull this out and add a lot of stuff to it. So highly recommend this. I'll have links down below. Mini Eventer, what do you guys think? I think it looks pretty sweet. And let's just go crossbody as well. You can see how it's crossbody, or if you want to have it on your back, so let's say you're bike riding or something like that. But anyways, you can have this on your back like this. So this is mini on someone who is 5'5". What do you guys think? It's a pretty decent size, right? So I'm going to be testing this bag the next couple of weeks. I will do a what's in my bag when I'm actually out and about with Camera Girl on my days off or on the days when I'm out shooting. And I think in terms of this size, even though the bags are completely different styles, I think probably the 7-inch Pilot, it feels about the same size. The shape and the design of the bags are completely different. Will be very similar with the way I'll use this Billingham Mini Eventer. You know, the elegance of this British-made bag, really nice. I just recently did a little like first look at this bowling bag, this English duffel. I think these two bags here together are a great combination. If you are out shooting, you have all your camera gear in here, and then maybe you have lighting equipment, tripod, because I showed you guys before I can fit my Peak Design tripod in this bag here as well. So if I am going on set, camera gear here, all the other extra stuff I can pop in here. And this is also just like a duffel. You could just leave it in your car, and when you're going out for the day, water bottle, umbrella, extra jacket, maybe extra pair of shoes, it's just kind of incidental stuff. Leave it inside the duffel, or you're taking it on set with you. In here is your camera gear. And together, what an elegant, but really tough, right? Because both these are Fibernite, and so can handle the weather, can handle a beating. Nice leather handle here, nice little leather under handle here, but beautiful shoulder strap on this bag here. And yeah, what a combination. So thank you so much, Billingham USA, for sending me these bags to test. I'll get back to you soon. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions or concerns or just comments about these bags. But keep it civil. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and oftentimes I forget to talk about Instagram. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And what else? That's about it. We'll talk to you soon. Happy shooting. Click, click, click.